Welcome to the Yup Life podcast. Did you know that snails can sleep up to 3 years?
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Yup Life podcast. Today, again, is another special episode. It's always special. We have Roman Romero here joining us.
It's a tongue twister.
Yeah, a little bit.
What's your middle name?
Tyler.
No R.
Yeah, no, I was super throws it off. I'm like mad at my mom for not naming it like Romeo or something.
Right.
A fellow ASU graduate,
Yep.
father,
Yep.
and part owner of Prime Cut and Sew.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
We're really excited to hear about, well, first off, we haven't talked in, we're just talking this
8 or 9 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys haven't seen each other at all?
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't.
I know you too, Steven. Come on, man.
That's true.
For our
He's
listeners,
like, we chill every week, man.
Where you
Getting
been?
haircuts all the time in this place.
for our listeners, we met Roman back in college, our freshman year. You're a suite mate to me, but you know we're always hanging out. So,
Yep.
really good. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Of course,
It's
Steven?
my first podcast. Pretty excited.
Ooh.
I think you'll like it. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
We got a couple like segments to knock out of the way. So we always drink something. We usually try to drink something different.
Cool.
But Steven wanted 805 today, so we're drinking 805 again.
I wanted some 805. I needed something a little stronger. It was a rough Monday.
Stronger. We always drink like last few we had IPAs, so
Sure. All right.
it also wets the palate.
cheers.
Cheers.
guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, fellas.
It's kind of weird without bottles.
Without the cling.
Without the clink, clink, clink.
We also like to talk about a traditional yuppie thing that we did in the past like week or two.
Okay.
I guess for you whenever, but something that you spent a lot of money on that you probably shouldn't have.
Oh,
But you
that's too often.
you
for
like
me.
doing it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Messed up stories. Anything that-
Yeah, anything kind of crazy that you know is not normal to your life.
Do
You don't have to start, but
Yeah, we'll give it some
Yeah.
time.
I can go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I went to a wedding last weekend. I know you were talking about going to a couple weddings.
Yeah.
I think I've been to 5 this year already.
It's crazy.
And so I went to Tennessee. My cousin got married, and the wedding was on Saturday. The rehearsal dinner was on Friday, and then pretty much everyone left on Sunday. So I was like, you know what? Spend the extra money, just stay an extra couple days. So saw the sights around Knoxville and Nashville, and just kind of like did the touristy things, which I normally don't do. I just kind of like chill out, but just spent the extra money on staying there longer.
How's the food in Nashville?
I was only in Nashville for like a day, but I had barbecue almost every day.
There you go.
And it was really good.
Yeah.
But barbecue is more of like a Western thing than an Eastern thing in
Oh, really?
Tennessee.
I thought-
Really?
Yeah, I thought Nashville was like known for the barbecue.
Nashville's like hot chicken. Memphis is like more barbecue, and then Knoxville's like not really any barbecue.
Oh.
So,
Didn't know that.
but
Dropping knowledge.
so
Did you go to Tootsie's? Or
I
Tootsie's?
did, yeah. There's one in the airport too.
Yeah.
But went and checked out the Smoky Mountains, and what else did I do? Took like a chairlift to the top of the mountains. It was pretty cool. Did all like the quirky things in Gatlinburg. Actually got a sticker for it, but they have like a bunch of Ripley's Believe It or Not stuff, which is kind of weird.
Is that where it's from?
I don't know. It seems like 'cause there's like aquariums and like auditoriums and like this upside down house thing. I don't know. It's weird, but
It's pretty cool.
so yeah, I was like, it's a holiday weekend. Why not stay longer?
Yeah.
Enjoy it. When's the next time I'm going to be in Tennessee? Probably never.
I feel like you guys actually go quite often.
To Tennessee?
Yeah.
I've been twice.
Okay.
I've only been once.
Okay.
I've driven through. I've never like actually stayed there.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
There's a lot of during the night in Nashville. There's a lot of bridal or bachelorette parties. There we go.
Oh.
Lot of
In Nashville?
yeah,
Is it known for that?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been noticing more and more, I guess, bachelorette parties here in Scottsdale.
Really.
Yeah.
There was one like this past weekend. I was in Old Town, and I've noticed a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was even one on Mill, which was I thought was weird.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a little
Aiming
different.
high.
They're probably younger.
Yeah. Ruben?
I don't got anything really now, but I got something coming up. I just got it figured out. I'm gonna get a table at Marquee and next month for a bachelor party.
Where at?
The Marquee. I don't know where that's exactly.
I mean,
at.
like
in
what?
Vegas.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's pretty much it.
That's going to be expensive.
So you like saving up for it at like a monthly payment or what?
I'm still figuring that out. I might have to take a small loan out from you, Joey. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, Vegas has too much of my money. I'm there way too often. I love Vegas.
That's awesome.
Doesn't help that it's like a quick drive away.
Yeah, and like as I've grown older, like I think I like Vegas more than I like California and the beach. Now it's weird. Like I'm like I'd rather go to Vegas than go to California. Even they're both pretty relatively close.
About the same, right?
Yeah.
5 hours, roughly.
Yeah.
Steven?
So for me, it's a story about going to the river. So
This is another time or
this is this past week. No, 2 weekends ago. We haven't talked since then.
no?
So they know this about me, but I always wake up late, right? So I'm late to everything and I wake up late, right? So we woke up like around 1 and we didn't get to the river until like 4 and notice it was pretty empty, right? And for some reason we're like, we could take the long one, like how like there's a middle one.
Wait,
long
you got there
whatever.
at 4 p.m.?
Yeah.
And you did the long?
Yeah, dude.
Are you kidding me?
So we actually go and like the very first part is actually kind of flowing. Within 2 minutes, it's stale, right? We're not moving. There's actually like little bugs on top of like the river because how stale it is. And we're the only fucking raft out there. Right? So, dude, we're like, what the fuck is going on right now? So I end up like breaking apart a Coors Light box and using it as flippers. And just pushing the whole
Rolling
group.
yourself the whole way.
Yeah, dude, and we didn't get out until it was dark.
Yeah.
Dude, it was pretty
You
bad.
didn't ride the bus, did you? Because there was no
Nah,
bus
fuck
after that.
No.
Were you guys like the only one out there? Like,
Well, we read it to like 2 people, and we left them in the desk because I was like, "Fuck this! It's getting dark, guys." So I hope they made it okay. I guess.
Pro tip: you can check the flow rate of the river on the internet.
Can you?
Yeah. And then when it's slow, it's like 300 or 400 CFS.
Yeah.
When it's good, it's like 1,000.
Okay.
So if it's not like 1,000, I wouldn't go to the top.
I should have hit you up because it was bad.
it's like a life hack. If you go to the river, I hate the river.
Really?
I do. It's like gross to me.
It's a little gross.
I just feel like there's like bloated marshmallows everywhere.
The last
Diapers.
time we went, we were at like we were stuck at one point. Remember, it was just like, yeah, sure enough, just a bunch of marshmallows all over us. And it was like, 60, 70 people all in this big cluster.
Nobody was moving.
No one, yeah. You could see the water just all oily and stuff from everyone's sunscreen and the
People pissing in it.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good time, but like all those reasons is why I don't go.
If you get drunk enough, you don't realize anyway.
Exactly. You get drunk enough for anything, you don't realize anything.
It's funny.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I have the same stories for it. Like I'm really into shoes. If you guys didn't know that, I'm pretty sure you remember that room from the dorms. Like the closet was all shoes. And I just spent way too much money on shoes last month.
Is it every month or is it just
It's
last
pretty
month?
much every month.
Okay.
I spent like $1,500 on 2 pair of shoes. So
Holy.
I have an issue. I have a problem.
What kind of brands are you
crazy.
into right now, or is it kind of everything?
It's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
I like a little bit of everything.
Are there
So,
like trends or fads that you follow or just like certain ones
no,
you like?
I'm one of the guys. I just like rock what I like. So it can be like anything. You know what I mean? I'll rock a pair of Chuck Taylors, or I'll rock something a little bit more like in the streetwear world, high end. Okay. This was a pair of shoes that I've been wanting for a long time, and I saw one of my boys was finally letting it go, and he had it on ice. He just had it like brand new in his closet, and I was like, dude, I need that. And he's like, he posted it on IG, and I just picked it up from him. So yeah, I'm not proud of my horrible habit.
I mean, you can always resell them, right? So
That's
it's not
true.
like
exactly.
It's not like you were just throwing the money into it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shoes just like a rare thing that like it actually gains money, right?
Yeah. Depending on what you have, I mean, it's like everything. There's a market value to it. Depending on the condition, the type of shoe, how rare it is, it can actually gain value. So
It's crazy.
but I'm more into like quality over quantity.
Okay.
So like what I have is like what I'm gonna keep. You know what I mean? Like what I'm gonna rock for a while. So my closet's very.
I don't know, dude. I saw that closet in the freshman dorms. It's quantity and quality. It's both. Yeah.
Surprised you didn't get robbed in there.
Dude, no, I'm so stupid. I think about that a lot actually.
Yeah.
That was like the happiest time, when I was like unloading my shoes and putting them in my closet all nice, all my boxes.
Funny thing, our dorm's not there anymore. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah,
Completely torn down. The new engineering dorm, super nice.
I haven't been inside, but I've seen from the outside and it looks dope.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Or the
Yeah.
inside?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's
They still have like the east and west though. They're still there, huh?
east, west, and then they have a tunnel underneath between the two different buildings and stuff.
Oh, damn.
You dating a freshman or something? Or?
I don't want to talk about how I know. No, I had the structural plans for it. It was pretty cool to see.
Dang.
Nerd.
And I was in there one time. I don't want to talk about that.
Oh man, it sucks for the kids that get stuck with like East and West, huh? They don't get the new dorm; they get the old shit.
They have to look out their window. Why can't we live there?
Oh man, that's how I felt freshman year when we lived in Palo Verde, and like my friends were like living in Hacienda, and it was like super nice, and I'm just like, damn, how'd I get stuck over here?
So you've heard a couple episodes,
yeah. I was listening to you guys for a good part of the day today.
right?
Yeah,
But I told you earlier, it's kind of like we just want to hear other people's young professional life
yeah,
and kind of like get rid of that stigma of a yuppie that's this businessman that wears a suit and drives fancy cars and wears fancy shoes.
yeah.
Well,
But
And in other senses of the word, yeah.
but we wanted to have you on here because you're a special case. Like you went to school with us,
Yeah.
and you graduated. I guess you graduated with us technically.
yeah.
But now you have a business,
Mhm.
so we kind of want to know a little bit about that.
Yeah. So the business I own is Prime Cut and Sew. We are a streetwear, urban wear store. We sell sneakers, high-end sneakers, all types of high-end streetwear, like your Supreme, your Bape, stuff like that. That's really hot. And we're also a barbershop. So we have 5 barbers in there. So kind of combine the two aspects. One-stop shop is what we like to call it. And yeah, it's been about 3 years now. This isn't the first store that I've owned though. The first store I opened up, I was in college still. I think it was my sophomore year. And it was like right down the street from here. You know where the Motel 6 is? Right across from
Yeah.
QT?
Mhm.
I had a store in there.
What?
And and
That's like right next door.
yeah, exactly. And I was there for like 2 years. Had a pretty bad falling out with the then business partner.
Okay.
And then ended up just parting ways with him and then coming back to Mesa where I went to high school and had my a different business partner, and we opened up a store there.
That old business was the same kind of concept.
Yeah, it was the same kind of concept, but with because there we had the barbershop and we had our own clothing line. So it was just like our clothing line and the barbershop. Now it's like a whole nother level. Like we go to fashion trade shows 3 times a year, like check out all the new brands that are coming out and just try to keep up with the trends as far as what people are buying. And we go as buyers and stock our store.
Nice.
Crazy.
Cool.
And we also do like buy, sell, trade, consign sneakers. So we got a lot of people always coming in, bringing in their shoes, looking to trade, sell it to us, kind of like the pawn shop type aspect. You know what I
Right.
mean? If they're just trying to get quick cash. And we do that as well.
Dang,
cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I always wondered like how I guess places like that stock up. So there's like
Yeah.
trade shows.
Yeah. You mean like as far as like the retail aspect of it?
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
how do you decide what to buy? Are you partners with, I guess, Nike or whatever?
No,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
But like,
So you get accounts. So like we go to these trade shows. The biggest one we go to is called Agenda. It's in Vegas, Long Beach, and Miami 3 times a year. And we go there and like all these brands are there and they just show. They have like little mini like booths that are like basically their trade rooms and they show the upcoming season. So we buy ahead of time. And we get to see what we like, pick it out. We're looking at samples essentially, and buy based off of that. And then a lot of like up and coming brands are there next to like these well established brands, and they're just trying to make a name for themselves as well too. So you can pick up brands that way as well.
Dang, that's awesome.
Yeah.
are these,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, are the new brands kind of like, I don't know if that's legal or not. We might have to cut this out, but throwing like incentives your way.
You mean like kickbacks?
No, like just like, hey man,
I took
like,
a business ethics class. I don't know if I can talk about that.
Cut the mics off.
yeah, well, we can cut that part out, but
No, what do you mean though? What do you mean?
I don't know,
Like,
like,
buying in bulk or like
yeah, like buying a bulk, give you more discount.
Oh, no,
giving
yeah,
you more
definitely.
of something.
like can we walk in and do the same kind of business trade you do?
You could like get a tax ID number, say I'm Joey Rubin and Steven LLC, and sign up as a buyer and walk in. It's free for buyers, but it's like if you're the public trying to walk in, you have to pay. But you guys could walk in and I mean, some of the bigger brands like just some of the bigger brands in general, like you probably couldn't even get a meeting with them. Like Adidas shows there, Nike shows there, and you can't even get a meeting with them. You know what I mean? Okay. But then there's these smaller brands that are just like I said, just starting out, and they just want their clothes. They're just happy to fill orders.
Okay.
And you're going in there, you're spending like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on an order, and like these guys are like wide-eyed at it. You know what I mean? Deers in headlights because they're like they're just trying to sell their stuff, and
Right.
you can see the passion. You know, so those brands are easier just to get in the door with and buy from quickly. But you got to kind of be in the game a little bit longer to get meetings with some of the more established brands like Diamond, Staple, just brands like that.
I was looking on your website. You guys have like about like 13 or some odd brands, or roughly,
like
or maybe more.
about
I was,
15.
15.
About 15
okay.
brands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. So, but that wasn't. It's so like you were saying, it probably took some time just to get all of that. Like
Yeah,
just,
when I first started, when I was at the store right here, right down the street, I was getting turned down left and right from brands like, oh no, you haven't been in business long enough.
Oh, they wouldn't even sell it to you.
No, they wouldn't even sell it to me.
crazy.
They tell you like they want to see. You have to fill out like literally have to apply to carry their brand. So you fill out like an application.
Give them your resume, basically.
Yeah, exactly. You fill out application that says how long you've been in business, what's your gross or yearly income for the business, what other brands do you carry. And they also check what stores in the area may carry their brand already, because they don't want their brand carried in two different stores that are a mile apart from each other. You know what I'm saying? Because then their brand gets watered down, stuff like that. So you got to fill out legit applications. And I was getting turned down left and right at first. Kept trying, and then it happened by chance where a rep because all these brands have like sales reps, right? So it happened by chance where a rep that I had from a brand that I was able to get ended up moving over to a bigger company.
Oh,
and
nice.
he already knew me. He's like, yeah, I got you. So I got that brand. And once I got that brand, it like opened the floodgates, and I was able to get like pretty much any brand I wanted to.
nice.
It's all about who you know.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's all about the relationships you build, because if, let's say I was a dick to that guy, you know what I mean? And he just didn't like doing business with me, he wouldn't give me anything when he moved over to the bigger one. You know what I mean? So I'm big on relationships and just being cool with everybody. It's a lot to the building aspect, but once you get going, it's pretty cool.
I want to circle back before all this business stuff. Just give a background on yourself, like where you grew up, where you're from, where you went to school.
Grew up, born and raised in Arizona. Went to high school in Mesa Westwood. Go Warriors. And then I went to ASU, where I met you guys.
But you started in civil engineering, right?
I started in civil engineering and realized that I hated chemistry.
What? Chemistry,
not.
dude? There's only one class you take.
I just didn't like that one
Just
class.
It was the worst.
So from chemistry, I switched majors. What did I switch to next? I think I switched to like pre-law criminal justice.
Was that in freshman year or was that after?
That was after.
Because I don't remember if you stuck with it.
That was after freshman year.
Okay.
So I switched to like pre-law, like criminal justice. I was like, I want to go to law school. So I was doing that, and then I ended up taking an elective, a computer science, basically elective class, and I was like, damn, I really like this stuff. So then I switched to like computer information systems through the business school, and I stuck with that, and that's what I ended up graduating with.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to switch majors, guys.
Yeah.
To
Don't
our
be
listeners.
afraid.
You can stay in school longer.
Yeah.
It's more fun.
True.
More money, more debt.
Yeah.
I got a question about like online shopping.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys have an online store at all?
We do.
Yeah.
www.primecutandsew.com.
Right.
Yeah.
Shop with us.
I feel like our generation is kind of like, homebodies. They shop
Yeah.
online a lot. Do you see your online sales are bigger than your like in-store sales?
Not yet, because I recently just built our website, and could maybe 6 or 8 months old, but it's quickly trending that way.
Right.
And like, I mean, I'm shipping stuff all over the country. I've shipping stuff like I just shipped like 2 pair of jeans to Alabama yesterday. I've shipped to Canada. Right now I'm just shipping like North America, like Canada, US, Mexico. Because I was getting like a lot of chargebacks and fraud from like shipping to India. So I was losing money, but so I toned it down a little bit, but it's quickly trending in the for our sales growing online as opposed to in store.
Yeah.
Because I mean your options are unlimited. You know, you could sell all over the world.
Right.
I only have a finite number of people I can sell to brick and mortar. You know.
If you didn't have a barber shop, would you still have a brick and mortar store? Would you just be selling out of your house, shipping stuff?
That's a very good question. I think I would still have a brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
But I think it would be in a different location. Because right now, I love the location we're in. We're like in downtown Mesa. It's growing quickly, and they're revitalizing down there. But we're responsible for driving all of our traffic. You know what I mean? Where people still have to find us.
Right.
I'd probably choose a more heavy foot traffic area,
Like on Mill or something.
on
like
Mill or even in a mall. But I like where we're at because, to me, I love the development process. Like, I love the grind. I love building something from nothing. And if I can get this built up, I mean, having a store in the mall would be cake, you know?
that. Yeah. That's the cool thing about it, like a store, is that you immediately see sales.
Yeah.
You sell something, you get money from it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like this podcast is fun and all, but it doesn't get money until you get an audience of viewership.
Yeah.
Just having one person walk in the door for us doesn't do anything. You know, you got to have like a build up. But
Yeah.
I assume that's like a really good motivator.
Yeah.
Just seeing someone walk in the door is like,
Man, seeing somebody come in the door and say, like, I saw you on Instagram, or this person told me about you, or, you know, just anything like that. it's really cool. It's every time. I mean, I get the rush every time. Like,
Right.
oh, that's like they really. And people drive like a while, like from the west side, all the way from like Westgate,
Just to
over
come out
here,
there?
just to
Wow,
come
nice.
check us out.
That's
So
awesome.
I heard about you guys, wanted to come see it. So
Yeah.
I mean, the feeling that never goes away. It's pretty dope.
Do you have any competition or
No, yeah, I have competition, but I'm pretty much friends with all my competition. So,
big friends with their enemies?
yeah, I don't want to call them enemies. We cool guys, we cool. I promise.
It's funny. Yeah, I can't believe I can't imagine how nerve wracking it is though to I guess even start a company one, and then also you have to have like some capital behind getting like an actual place.
Yeah.
You know, like saying, you know what, we're gonna rent this place out, do our own money, and then all of a sudden just hope for the best.
Yeah. I mean,
Were we ever second guessing it?
I never second guessed it.
Nice.
And I always knew it's what I wanted to do because it's like it's my passion. Like just this industry that I'm in, like the streetwear, urban wear, sneaker community, like the hype beast type community, what they call it now, is really like I really love it. Like I get the same feeling every time now, still from when I was a kid when I get a new pair of shoes. Like even though I have quite a bit of shoes in my closet, even when I get a new one now, I just still like feel like excited. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
oh, I can't wait to rock these.
Rough number. How many shoes do you have?
I actually got rid of a lot.
Okay.
Like everything that I had in college, remember you guys said in my closet, like
Yeah.
I sold almost everything and I made like, I think I sold everything and I made like 10 or 15 grand, like real quick.
That's how you started a company,
Yeah.
dude.
and I just had like capital right there, you know
Just
what I mean?
sell all your shit off.
But right now I want to say I have like 60 pairs in my closet, but like I said, it's quality over quantity for me. I don't pick up just everything. I don't have to really like it.
How would a girlfriend feel about that?
She better step her shoe game up.
So when you're shopping for a house, it's got to have a walk-in closet.
Yeah,
Is that-
exactly. The closet might be mine, or I might just get a room.
Our mutual friend that we're talking about earlier that's getting married, she's been selling a lot of her Jordans recently. And
Yeah.
she had a collection too, but she's just been slowly selling them.
Trying to fund the wedding?
Yeah,
I think so, probably, but
Yeah.
just
I should probably hit her up. You know, we buy at our store. So if you have anything trying to get rid of, bring it through.
Do you guys take a cut of the sales for the consignment, or do you like charge a fee for keeping it there for so long?
Yeah,
or-
we do consignment, so we do like a 90-10 rate. So we try to stay competitive because a lot of other places charge a little bit more, like 85-15 or 80-20. So we just do it 90-10 to be competitive.
Yeah.
And it's like 90-10 or at least $20 of the sale. So if that shoe's a lower price item, then we get at least $20.
So
least,
what keeps someone from going to like Craigslist or OfferUp to sell it? Like why go to your store?
Just because being in a store, like the thing about the sneaker community is very tight knit. So like a lot of these sellers, they do sell like there's like Facebook groups for them and stuff. But just being in a store and being able to build that relationship with us, I think they like that a little bit more. You know,
Dude, it's personal.
Huh?
This is a little personal. It's,
Yeah, exactly.
It's also probably safer.
That too.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't want to sell a rare pair of Jordans on Craigslist.
Yeah, and get beat up and then get stabbed.
Or like, why would you go to Craigslist? Who knows if it's fake or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a huge part in our industry right now is fake shoes. Like there's any shoe that you see come out, there's literally a fake for it. So like, and then the fakes are getting so good nowadays that like, it's hard to tell. And I'm at the point where like, if I have to second guess it at all, I just turn it down. Like no disrespect to you, but I can't risk that. Like, I'm sorry,
True.
but I just can't tell 100%. So
It's crazy.
yeah.
I
Because
feel-
once you sell, I'm sorry,
No, go
but
ahead.
once you sell a pair, like if you get like, if that becomes your reputation, like that in this industry, that murders you. Like
Okay.
you're
I bet
dead.
you sell one and it's like,
Yeah,
it's over.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Especially with social media, stuff like that'll blow up.
Yeah, man. And it's just like we get trolls all the time because I run a lot of ads on Instagram. We get trolls all the time, like commenting on our ads. Those are fake. Those are fake. And it's like, come on, man.
Dude, I feel bad when I get my shit turned down from like Plato's Closet. I can't even imagine going over there to be like, no, none of this is going to work, guys. It's funny, man.
dang, that's crazy. So you have a lot of experience with shoes. I mean, you know them in and out. So you're the one like kind of like checks them and stuff. And like you're
Yeah.
saying, if you second guess, that's already a bad sign.
Like authenticating, yeah,
Yeah.
it's myself and then one other guy at our store that we hold the bulk of the sneaker knowledge. So
Okay.
we won't even like if one of us aren't there, we won't even be accepting like consignment or buybacks that day. So
Are there like
yeah.
trade secrets to know what's real and what's fake, or is it like
No, yeah,
there's a sticker on the bottom that says it's real?
There's like tall tale signs for each shoe, each individual shoe, but it's also like a lot of research. Like there's a shit ton of YouTube videos and even like Instagram accounts where people are like comparing fakes and reals. So it's just like anything else, just a lot of work, a lot of homework, a lot of research, just to be able to figure it out. Yeah.
So your first business, you said sophomore year in college.
Yes.
What sparked that? Did you have like an investor? Did you have a buddy that was like, let's do this? Or
I know. I think I was the buddy.
You just
to
had
the
a wild
buddy
hair?
that said, "Let's do this."
Okay.
Yeah.
we were just talking about the podcast. It's like you guys were talking about it, and I was like, we're doing it.
Yeah.
It's now.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just had,
and it started because a friend of mine and myself, he's still my business partner to this day, one of my best friends. We started a clothing line. You know, we were young and we were just printing shirts and selling shirts and to all our friends and stuff. And
What was the name of it?
Eccentric Clothing.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
It was Eccentric Clothing.
does it still exist?
It does not exist anymore.
Gosh,
So
dang.
that kind of died out. But so we started the clothing line, and then that's when we decided, like, man, like we were literally in the barbershop every Saturday, like getting a haircut every Saturday morning, and usually after you get a haircut, we would go to the mall, like buy a shirt, buy something for that night to go out, and we just had the idea to combine it and took off, ran with it.
That reminds me of a funny story. So there was this day when we were in college. This guy was having a party at a house, and we're like, all right, we got to get some fresh threads, some shoes, you know. I went shopping with you. I think you went with too. We got some new clothes. I bought like a new hat, new shoes, new shirt, like everything, the whole nine. And then we're like getting ready to go. And then we get a call. It's like, yeah, the cops raided the party. We can't go. And I'm like, I just bought all this shit for no reason.
Returning it tomorrow.
It was that like highlighter party at,
I remember.
Oh
that.
yeah,
at your roommate's place. You remember that?
Yeah.
I was so
crazy. Man. I think you actually dropped me off at the barbershop a couple times too, Joey. I don't know if you remember. I was like,
I do.
damn it, I don't have a ride.
I remember you burning your finger on the thing in my car.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, I had this, you know, the
What?
cigarette lighter?
Yeah.
Like old school, right? Doesn't exist anymore, but he like pushing it. Does this thing get hot? And he fucking touches it. Oh my God. And it smelled like burnt skin in my car. The whole ride.
Not one of my more proud moments.
We all have those.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. College days.
So what's the most challenging thing about owning a business?
The most challenging thing for me,
Is it like
I don't know, man.
the finances? Is it the marketing?
It's definitely the marketing. That's the most challenging part. But I don't want to sound cliche, but it just doesn't seem hard because I just enjoy to do it so much. You know what I mean? Like
It's not a job to you.
It's not a job at all. Like
That's awesome.
I love being there. Like I mean I do the books, I pay all the bills, I do all that stuff. So like, but when I'm doing it, like I'm not like, damn, fuck, I gotta go do the books, or I gotta go inventory this, I gotta go clean these shoes or something. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm there and I love it. You know?
How did you, I guess, well, maybe because of business school, but how did you figure out the ins and outs and like, hey, I have to have this insurance, hey, I have to do this paperwork?
Dude, it was all trial and error.
Really?
It was just all asking a lot of questions. I knew nothing when I first started, and it was just asking this person this question. I went to my professors a lot, and I would email them, ask them certain questions about this. They'd point me in the right direction, and sorry, but like it's literally everything. Like I got burned a few times. You know what I mean? Like I didn't pay like the city taxes for like the first 8 months I was in business, and then I ended up having to write like a huge check at the end of it because they sending me all these like bills, like if you don't do this, then we're gonna come
Close
in
you down.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, shut you down, lock your doors. So like I'm like, damn, I gotta pay taxes. So yeah, it's just 100% trial and error, man.
yeah.
The internet?
Internet, definitely
Yeah.
internet, definitely the internet. Yeah.
Because I've always wondered too, like, I've had crazy business ideas and I'm always like, I want to fucking do it, but I have no idea how to start or how to even like,
You just
what
gotta
exactly
start,
needs
bro.
to happen.
You just gotta go. Like
You
gotta-
figured it out along the way,
yeah,
or what?
you figure it out along the way, man. If it like get one step, okay, I got this one step's gonna make me this closer, this much closer. Okay, finish that, then go to the next part. What I gotta do next? Go to the next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just go with it, because if you wonder when the time to start's always now,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
That
You know
makes
what I
sense.
mean?
That's a good point.
Hell, you started sophomore year of college.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
What would be your one recommendation, though, from your experience, like to someone that, you know, you're saying just go with it, but what would be one thing you would say, like, hey, at least do this, or
To us
or
even.
what would be your one recommendation, just from your trial and error, what you've learned?
I think that, and I didn't do this, and I wish that I could have because it would have been a lot easier for me, is there's all different types of events. For whatever industry you want to be in, you're going to find like a networking event or something like that. You know what I mean? Just go to an event and find a mentor, because a person that could point you in the right direction for in your industry, like that's money. You know what I mean? Like, okay, do this. You got to do this, 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 and this. And then they give you a list that you have to go do and check off. And you know what I mean? And you have somebody to go to for advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would think mentors are underrated, in my opinion.
Are they more helpful than not, you would say? Like,
Yeah,
you approach
definitely.
someone that's like successful, are they just going to be like, get away from me, you don't have any notoriety?
That's a stigma.
Is it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's very much a stigma, because 9 times out of 10, what I found is that these people that have the knowledge are willing to give the knowledge. So if they find you interesting and they are intrigued by you as well, sometimes you have to be the catch. You know what I mean? They got to be intrigued by you just as much as you're intrigued by them. And a lot of times they are. So if they like you, they're 9 times out of 10 more willing to give you the information. I mean, because right now I have a couple of, I call them my big homies, that are in this industry, and they've been in the game a long time. They're older, and if I have questions, I go to them. I ask them, and they're technically my competition, but they have no problem telling me what I need to do because they're cool. Like, my friends.
That's awesome that you guys have a community like that. That even though they're competition, you guys can help each other out. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Dude, what's that saying? A rising tide lifts all ships.
I've never heard that, but yeah.
That's a pretty
It
good
makes
saying.
sense.
I think that's my next tattoo.
That's funny, man. I actually remember. Do you guys ever watch the? Oh man, it just escapes me now. The Buried Life.
Yeah. I love that show.
Yeah, how they had
Except
they had
it's kind of depressing because like I wanted to do those things, but
yeah, just can't. One of them was
explain the premise.
Yeah, I've never seen
Explain
it.
the premise.
of the Buried Life.
Yeah.
So they do like bucket list items, and it's pretty much just hanging out, like 4 friends hanging out and doing bucket list shit.
That's sick.
And one of them was get an investment of $1 million, I think. And everybody was trying to like do other shit. And one guy went to find a mentor, and he got with like the Virgin Airlines guy. What? And they just hung out like for a month straight.
Oh my god!
And I think he eventually got to like that $1 million investment.
That's like a dream country. What's that guy's name?
Richard?
Richard Branson.
There you go.
Right, something.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's sick.
Virgin Mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or rockets or airlines or
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask a little technical question because I was curious about that. But you guys are a liquidated LLC,
Yes.
limited liability.
Limited liability company.
I don't know. I really don't know what that means. Could you like give me the
question.
lowdown of that?
So basically what that means is that the owner of the business is more protected.
Okay.
So if like bankruptcy or any debts or anything it falls on the company and not the individual person, if that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining
Like
that
if
right.
someone sues you, they can't go after your 401k.
Exactly.
Okay.
They go after the company's
business.
money.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it just protects you a
Okay.
little more. And there's different you can file like an LLC, S corporation. There's different like type of corporations you can file for, and they all also have like different like tax breaks or different tax rules and laws
Okay.
that apply to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you in business with a couple other people or is it just you?
Just me and the friend I was talking about.
Okay.
One of my best friends.
Okay.
How has that been like being best friends with someone but being in a business with them? That sounds either like catastrophic or like explosive.
So it's been good for us because my friend that I'm in business with, he's very passive and he trusts me. So he trusts me to make the right decision.
Yeah.
And he'll let me know if he definitely lets his opinion be heard, but he's more like, okay, Roman, like I trust you. I think you know what I mean? Just like that. So it's been really cool. I think our personalities mesh because I'm more like hi, I gotta go, and he's just more mellow out. You know what I mean? So I think we've been doing it this long together. Pause.
Yeah.
But but we're good.
I ask because they say don't live with your best friend because you
Yeah.
end up hating them.
Yeah.
He looks at Ruben.
Oh my god.
Do you got any space at where you living?
Oh
at?
yeah, I do actually. Yeah, come over. I got you.
Free rent.
It'll be
right?
just
There's
like
a
freshman.
couch.
It'll be just like freshman year.
free rent, right?
No, you have to pay the rent.
That's pretty cool though that you guys have that. That because you have to have a lot of trust in the other partner, regardless, right?
Yeah.
That's
Is it like a 50-50 or
As far as
is
the
one
division?
majority?
No, it's 50-50.
Nice.
And people will tell you not to do it that way.
Yeah, I was going to
but-
say it.
Yeah, but it's 50-50.
That's cool.
that's pretty cool.
As long as you guys trust each other, I guess.
Yeah.
it'd
I
be
mean,
fun.
trust has been a lot of people in the ass. You know what I mean?
That's
Hopefully,
true.
knock on wood, I'm good. But yeah, my guy, he's a good guy.
So I saw that also you guys have a partnership selling motorcycles.
Yeah. Yeah.
How-
That happened by weird chance.
Motorcycle?
Yeah. So
Like crotch rockets or like Harleys?
Harleys, crotch
What?
rockets,
Anything?
We had like a little like scooter, the scooter from Spider-Man where like he's delivering pizza. Yeah, we had one of those in the shop the other day.
Nice.
Like we should get the bike switched out like weekly. But a friend of ours, a buddy of ours, who was actually one of the guys that when we were opening up the second shop, he owns a motorcycle dealership and he's an established businessman, and he's been a pretty cool mentor to us. And he like when we got our spot, he helped us rip up all the old tile and paint the walls. Like he's that type of guy. He's a
Oh,
good
nice.
guy. And shout out to AZ Auto RV, that's his company. We just kind of ran the idea, but we were hanging out at his warehouse one day during the building process, and he has like 500 bikes, any bike you can think of in his warehouse. And we was like, hey, what if we put some motorcycles in the shop? It's free advertising for you, cool aspect for us. We think people will like it. It's a cool thing. And he's like, yeah, I'm with it. I'm down. So we have like motorcycles, and then whenever we sell one, he cuts us back a little commission check, So
go.
it's a win-win.
Yeah. That's crazy. It literally is a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody was just making a joke with me about that the other day, and they're like, yeah, man, if you want to get a fresh haircut, some clothes, and you want to buy a bike, like, come to Prime Cut and Sew. I'm going to call my wife and tell her I'm buying a bike and get in trouble.
Midlife crisis in one store.
Exactly.
But it goes back to the whole thing, who you know.
Yeah.
Dude, you're saying.
Yeah.
Dang. That's awesome, though.
I've always believed in that. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Because you know that right person, they can get you in the door anywhere.
That's why we're having you on the show.
Yeah, right.
That's
Come on,
funny.
man.
It's also like you have to be cool too. Like, don't be a dick to everybody.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I try not to be a dick.
Yeah.
Do you have like a crazy, like rowdy customer story?
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Like a bad haircut gone wrong?
It has to be a barber.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I have a bad haircut gone wrong. I have like a thief story. I have a couple of stories. A lot of the times, a lot of the times, the bad haircut stories are usually on kids, and it's like their moms come
parent.
in. The parent mom comes in and just is ready to fight somebody. Luckily, the barber that happened to, he's like level head. He's real cool, and he just fixed the haircut, and then now he still cuts those kids to this day, and like he's best friends with the mom and stuff. But he's cutting the hair. And it was funny. It was like a scene out of a movie. He's cutting the kid's hair. The kid gets done, goes out to the car. 5 minutes later, the mom comes in, and she's like, "Can I say his name?"
The first name?
Can I? Yeah.
It's up to you.
No, I won't say his name. But she's like, "Who is this?" Like basically, who is this guy? And we all got scared pretty much. Like we were all just like, "Oh shit!" Like damn, she looks mean. Like so we're like, so I walk her over to him. And she basically tells him, "What the hell is this? What'd you do to my kid?" And he's just like taken back at first. And they talk it out. He fixes the kid's haircut. And like I said, to this day, they're pretty cool. Like the kid still comes in and gets his haircut from him. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Did you get robbed at gunpoint? What was that?
No, the robbing story is crazy. So some guy comes in the shop, and I could already tell he was like gone off something. I didn't know if he was drunk. I didn't know if he was just high off something crazy. And he's said he's waiting to get a haircut, and he starts trying like jeans on. And he's like, "Can I try these jeans on in the fitting room?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead, try them on. It's whatever." He's like, "Is there this kind of tip me? Is there a limit to how many jeans I can take in the fitting room?" I was like, and I was just being cool. "Nah, man, go ahead, just try on what you have to try on." So he's in there for a minute, in there for like 45 minutes actually. And I'm like, but I'm busy, like you know what I mean. I'm doing stuff. I'm doing stuff around the shop, so I'm not even really realizing it. And I asked the barbers, like, "Hey, who's cutting this guy's hair? Does he have an appointment with anybody?" They're like, "No, I don't know who that guy is. I've never seen him in my life." And because he had told me he had an appointment with somebody, so I'm like, okay, this guy's lying off the bat, you know. And he comes out of the fitting room, and he has his shirt up, like he's like sagging, and I see like multiple tags like in his short, like he has like multiple pairs of jeans on.
Jeez.
And I grab him, I'm like, yo, what's good? What's up with this? And he tries to tell me they're his jeans, and at this point I'm like, dude, this guy's gone, like he's off something. And I kind of push him back into the fitting room, and I'm just like, you need to take these off right now. And I'm getting loud. I said it in worse words than that, and I'm getting loud. And then he picked the absolute worst day to steal from us, because I had like 8 of my big homies in the shop just like ready to pop off at any time. And they hear me getting loud, and when they hear me getting loud, they don't even let me react. They're just like, Roman, step back, I got this. And these are some big dudes. Like one of the dudes like 6'3", other dude's like 6'2". Like there's some big guys, you know what I mean? And the dude's like yelling back at them, and man, it was all bad from there. Basically, we ripped the jeans off, threw him out of the shop in his underwear. And the dude like took off running down the street. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad.
That's awesome.
Dude, yeah, it was pretty awesome to watch.
That is pretty crazy. Do you
I
guys
was so mad.
Do you guys have like insurance that covers certain shit like that?
Yeah. Yeah, we have. Oh, you mean like theft?
Yeah, like theft or like.
No, I mean like we have like regular business insurance that it covers like the property in our building. You know what I mean? It covers the merchandise and everything. But that's a good question. I don't even know if there's insurance for theft.
Yeah,
that might be
that
that might be something to look into. Actually, see, I'm learning something new.
There you go.
Hey, dude, do you remember in the dorms freshman year when you put like you took a screenshot of a red tube and you put it as my screensaver, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like trying to change it, and I was so mad. I was like, Reese, what the fuck did you do? And I was like pissed. And then Joey came in and was like, come on, man. And then you like fix it. I was like, fucking Joey.
I don't remember that.
Dude, I can't believe you don't remember that. I was so mad. I was like closing it, like I was like, damn it, they're really gonna watch porn. I can't take it off the screen. Dude, I remember that like it was yesterday, dude.
Probably because like I didn't care too much about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's not traumatic for you, man.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Because it was like a perfect screenshot. Like it was like
The money shot?
yeah, no. Like you made it look like it was like a live browser, and
Right.
I was trying to scroll and nothing was scrolling. I had my mouse like I was trying to X out, it wasn't working. Like you hit all my desktop icons, so like it looked like it was a
Just
live
that?
browser.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I remember like it was yesterday. That was hilarious.
So it's
man.
funny.
Savage,
It's
bro.
funny now, right?
Yeah, it's funny now. Dude, you remember when somebody like emailed Jackson's like I'm sorry, I said his name. Damn it, not Jackson, but some other.
Not Jackson.
They emailed like. Do you remember when somebody like he left his computer open and they emailed his professor like "fuck you" like.
No.
Yeah, like, it was like his chemistry professor, his physics professor, and like the professor was like Asian, and he was like, Jackson, what is it? Oh, damn it, I said it again.
Not Jackson.
Not Jackson. He's like, what is the meaning of this? And he like apologized. Like, you don't remember that? I thought that was hilarious.
That's too far.
yeah, that's definitely too
That
far.
one's
But
a
it was
hard one.
it was funny at the time.
Porn's funny, but you know.
Emailing your professor, like you can get expelled for that.
Yeah.
I would say, how long have you been a business owner now? If you like cumulative, when you add it all up together,
About 6 years.
6 years total.
6 years. I started when I was 21, turning 22.
That's awesome. That's a ballsy move doing that at 21. Just because
I look back and I'm just like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, I'm in college, 21, 22. I'm like, I'm just gonna start a business. You know, it's crazy.
that's awesome though.
Was
like,
that like a side thing, or
What do you mean? Like,
did you have a job and
Yeah.
this business,
Yeah.
or
Yeah. I
so
did.
the business was just a side gig?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how about now? I mean, do you have like a full-time job, or this is your job?
I do have a full time job. So
Not-
well, I have 2 full time jobs basically. You know what I mean?
Oh, so this
Dang.
store is not your full-time job?
No. I majored in computer information systems. I'm like a software engineer.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool. I thought this was your job. That's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, dude.
I'm blown away.
The end goal is to be able to do this full time. Right now, you know what I mean. I'm good in where I'm doing right now. If I could do both forever, that'd be cool. But it's gonna
Burn out.
It's gonna take a toll on me one time. But I eventually I want to be doing my businesses full time.
I got a good book for you if you read books at all.
Yeah, I do read a lot.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
called Quitter.
Quitter.
Yeah, and it's basically like do your day job until your side gig can fund your living.
Yeah, I think that's like where I'm at. You know what I mean? Because right now, just even though I've been in for a little while, really big on just putting everything back into the business and just making sure that it's like top notch, you know?
It's awesome. I said damn it right there. Wait.
Oh, I didn't know you're holding one.
Yeah. I said damn it because every successful person I've ever heard says they read a lot. I literally have not read a book since like since like 8th grade.
I can't read a book.
Dude, 1 + 1 = 2, right?
Yeah.
Read a book.
Fuck.
What's that song? 1 + 1 = 2.
2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah, that
Minus
one.
1.
Something.
That's 3 quick maths.
That one.
Big Shack. Anyways, so your full-time job is you're a software engineer.
Yes.
What is your
function?
yeah? What do you do?
So
Your job title, description.
Well, my job title is software engineer / administrator. So, we build an application.
You're a programmer.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, sorry. I
don't
got
know.
really excited right there.
Yeah. So
You're a missing link.
no way. So we build applications that this company uses. That's kind of hard to not give away who I'm working for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I build applications and administer them, and I do a lot of moving of code between like development and test environments and deploying code into production environments. So
It's awesome.
I never would have guessed that.
yeah,
I don't know why we didn't start with that.
no, because you didn't know.
No idea.
Yeah,
didn't
you
know.
didn't know.
Is that like you're Batman at night? Like you're you're a programmer by day and like
And then like a sneaker salesman by night, right? But yeah,
So with that, how do you manage everything time-wise? How the heck do you?
like how many hours a week are you working?
I know you said 100, but are you really?
legit? It's like so. This is my like routine. Like it's kind of bad because I don't want to say, I don't like saying the term single father, but I'm a co-parenting father. So the nights that I do have my daughter, like she has to tag along on the rides with me. But I go to obviously my job during the day, and then I go to the business at night, and I'm there till probably about 9 or 10. And then I go home, and then on the weekends I'm there like all day, every day.
Okay.
So it's just like I wake up at like 5:30 to 11:30.
But if you
every
enjoy
day.
doing it, it's not a
Yeah.
job, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is too, what I do on the during the day, I enjoy it. It's not like I'm like they're like, damn it, I hate this.
Right.
I really do enjoy that too. I enjoy my business a lot more, but that helps in that aspect of working that much.
Nice.
I'm gonna ask a question, but it's gonna get a little personal. We can
No,
cut
go
this
ahead.
out. Is that like working that much? Did that put a strain on your like previous relationship?
It did a little bit.
Yeah.
It did. There was, arguments about like, and she was a trooper. I don't want to discredit her at all. You know what I mean? But she, there was definitely times when she wanted to do stuff and she couldn't do stuff because I was always gone. Like
Right.
I'm gonna lie. And then even like this, just being here isn't even it because like I travel and I do like road shows, like sneaker shows where I go to like these conventions and set up booths and sell shoes there too. And those are big money makers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a lot of in and out of state as well.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, it did put a little bit of a strain.
Yeah, I asked that.
That wasn't the biggest of the issues that
Yeah.
we may have had, but it probably contributed.
Gotcha. No, I asked that just because like I feel like I'm trying to do a lot right now, but it's not even like business wise. It's just like
No, yeah, everybody has
just
their
shit.
own.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that's I think the biggest one.
Yeah.
So.
Like I said, I'm a busybody. I can't sleep in. Like I just feel like I always have to be doing something. And if I don't, I feel so like just like farted in my head. I feel like guilty that I like, damn it, Roman, you could have been doing this today and you didn't do it. You know what I mean? But that's just me.
That's a weird shame that like
Yeah.
certain people feel. And
Yeah, I definitely shame you. I definitely shame myself and feel like a piece of shit sometimes when I don't do what I'm supposed to be doing.
So when you have a hangover, it's the worst day of your life.
Yeah, I fucking hate hangovers, dude. Surprisingly, the only champagne gives me hangovers. That's the only thing. So
You're lucky,
I'm light on the champagne.
blessed.
yeah, let's put that to the test.
Oh man,
Just kidding.
here's 72 beers. Drink them all.
How much? So speaking of travel, we just happened to have like one of our friends on about traveling for work and stuff. How much would you say you travel out of like state wise for anything?
Do you travel for your main job at all?
No.
It's just
not
a desk
It's
job?
just- yeah. It's just basically
Okay.
cubicle. But for my job, I would say I think it's pretty close to every other month that I'm taking like a week or a weekend.
Okay.
And going somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Whether it's for like those trade shows I was talking about at the beginning, or like over a big event that we do is called SneakerCon. We just did LA like beginning of August, and then we have Atlanta next month, and then we're basically starting to hit every SneakerCon in North America because they have them all over the world. But right now we're just doing like North American SneakerCons.
That's
Crazy.
I got an ignorance question.
No such thing.
I mean, I understand. I understand that like buying something that's limited in quantity, but why shoes?
Honestly,
Why are
man,
people so hyped about shoes? Like you wear them, they get sweaty and stinky, they get dirty.
That's not true, because a lot of these people buy these shoes and wear them once.
That's why I'm asking.
You know
like,
what I mean?
Like, do you just buy it to like, yo, bro, I got this shoe? Like, it's a status symbol?
It is. It's definitely can be seen as a status symbol. Now more it's funny because you have like new school sneakerheads that are like these like high school like hype beasts. Like when I was in high school, if you were a hype beast, which means like you cop stuff just because it was like the cool thing in, like you got made fun of. Like you're like, oh, you're just a hype beast. You don't even like shoes. Like you just got it because everybody else has it. Nowadays, if you're a hype beast, like people wear that name badge with honor. Like they love to be called a hype beast. Mm-hmm. So it's totally different. Like so you have like these old school sneakerheads that are looking at the new school sneakerheads and just like, you guys don't know anything about the sneaker game. You guys just get it because it's cool. And the
hipsters.
Yeah, exactly. The new cool sneakerheads don't even care. They're just like, I'm getting everything I want.
Right.
Yeah. So what was the question? I just went off on that tangent.
I don't understand the drive to buy an expensive pair of sneakers and not wear them.
It's different, man. It's just like a love for shoes. It's just like with anything,
like buying
like
an old car.
Exactly.
Right.
People have a car fancy,
Yeah.
or people, you know what I mean? They like the big houses. Like
There's always that argument,
There's always
like,
that muse, like that you have.
It's just a car, or
Yeah.
it's just a shoe. Or
Exactly.
whatever.
Yeah. I read like this funny little meme, and it was in two different scenarios, and it was like this girl asking this guy like, how much have you spent on shoes like this year? And the guy's like $25,000, and she's like, how long have you been buying shoes? He's like, I've been buying shoes for 15 years. She's like, well, that's this X amount of dollars. You could have bought a Ferrari. And the guy's like, oh yeah, really? Do you buy shoes? No. Where's your Ferrari? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Dude, I saw that.
Everybody has their own thing.
I saw that meme, but it was for beer. It's like,
Yeah,
how much
yeah.
you spend on beer?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's your
Yeah.
Ferrari?
I have a question. I guess with this hype beast stuff, how do you feel about these dad shoes? Do you guys know about this? So it's a cool thing now to have like I don't like the way they look,
Like
personally.
Or
Birkenstocks?
no,
They're like
those
they're
are
like
Jesus sandals.
They're like old school. Like they have like the silhouette of the old school New Balances. You know what I
Yes.
mean? That like you'll see your 65-year-old dad walking his poodle down the street in.
Some crew socks.
I like them.
Do you? Gosh dang it.
I
knew it.
I have a couple pair actually. Yeah, my favorite is the Yeezy 700 Wave Runner. So like that's like one of my favorite, and they're super comfortable.
Really?
Yeah, very very comfortable.
I've heard Yeezys are comfortable. I cannot buy one.
They're very comfortable.
How big is this community? Like, if you wear a cool pair of shoes and you walk down the street or you're out like at a club, does someone compliment you?
Yeah.
It's
that
pretty
big.
pretty
It's
mainstream.
Yeah, it's pretty big, and it's all like where you hang out, if that's gonna happen. Like, of course, you have to be on the right scene. Like,
Right.
I don't think that. I mean, you could, but like, it's even like the hip hop scene and the EDM scene are two different. You know what I mean? Are two different scenes. Like, it's more of a hip hop type thing. Like, if I wear these nice pair of shoes to like a hip hop club in Old Town, like somebody go like, "Oh, I like your shoes." But if I wore that same pair of shoes to like an EDM, like EDC or some type of car, they don't give like for like 9 times out of 10 they don't give a shit about what you're wearing.
Right.
Like, everybody's out there just to have a good time. Yeah. You know, it's also the scene where you're in.
I bet it's like the best feeling in the world though when someone's like, "I like your shoes."
Yeah, man,
It
it
is
is.
like-
I like it. It's not even like, I don't know. It's like respect. Like,
Right.
I see what you're wearing. Like, that's cool.
What do you got on right now?
Right now, I have on just some 1.0 Ultra Boosts. So these are more of like a everyday type thing.
Speaking
Okay.
Spanish to me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wear skater shoes like Etnies and
You've been doing that for a long time.
Yep.
Haven't changed a bit.
Nope.
Does that need still exist?
Yeah, dude, they're not. I like my shoes. I switched to high tops for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Vans high tops.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like Vans. I rock Vans.
Do you?
Yeah. I rock it. Like I said, I rock what I like. So I rock Vans, I rock Chucks, Jordans.
You're not like to one brand, like you said.
No, yeah.
It's always
It's a variety.
that's pretty cool.
I don't want to come off as like pretentious about like my shoes. Like, just like shoes, okay? That's it.
All the comments are like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah, this guy's a fucking tool.
Poser.
Yeah.
So, but besides shoes, clothing.
Mhm.
There's a big. You guys have a lot of clothing there too. Like you were
Yeah.
saying earlier today, you're saying that you got just shipped some pants out to Alabama.
Yeah.
How's that market in comparison to the shoe market? Or there's pretty much it goes.
Are you
hand in
offended
hand.
by the word shoe?
No.
Do you have to call them sneakers? Or
I call them sneakers.
Right.
I've always called them
if
sneakers.
someone calls them shoes, are you like, that guy's an idiot?
No, not at all. No. Nah, you call whatever you want, man. I just always call them sneakers. But like, how is it as far as like popularity, sales?
So I see
Are
shoes.
the clothes a bigger hit?
More of like shoes are kind of like it can be collector's items
Mm-hmm.
type of deal thing like we're talking about. What about clothing?
Like, is it
It-
is a
it-
t-shirt? Like,
No, it depends. Like you have some brands that are more mainstream.
Okay.
That people can buy anywhere, and then you have brands like, I don't know if you guys heard of Supreme?
I haven't.
You heard of Supreme? Like Supreme is like they drop it every Thursday, and it sells out instantly, and all of a sudden like this shirt is now worth $100, and people are buying like $100 for
A t-shirt?
for a cotton t-shirt. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like it all depends on the brand. A lot of stuff's hotter than other stuff. So
Dude, it's like, did you guys ever hear about that Elon Musk hat that just said boring?
Yeah.
Boring.com?
Yeah.
I imagine it's almost the same thing. Do you know about that?
no, what?
So Elon Musk like just has a side business. Like he has a company called Boring, and he made like flamethrower.
I heard of this flamethrower.
Yeah,
I didn't
and
hear
like the
that.
very first thing that he did though was just make a hat, and all it said was boring.com, I think. And
Probably
he
sold out in a minute, and now it's
Yeah.
like worth $500 on eBay, probably.
Yep.
Huh? Exactly.
He
Yeah.
he sold enough to make $1 million on it.
Yeah, man.
He was doing that as far like fundraising, right? Was he fundraising for like SpaceX?
you know what? I don't know.
The Boring Company is to build a tunnel underneath LA for like traffic relief. So I think that was funding
That.
the like boring, like boring a hole in
Yeah,
the dirt.
yeah.
I think that's what it's for.
Oh, I thought it was like.
clever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
the-
thought it was him being bored.
No, it's kind of like a double entendre. Like
Gotcha.
it's boring. Like they sell stupid stuff, but it's also a boring company to dig a tunnel.
Dang.
You watched the Joe Rogan podcast?
Yeah,
finally?
Of course I
Did
did.
you not listen to it? That was on the podcast.
Of course I did.
That guy's so smart, man.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
He's weird though.
You got to be if they're not calling you weird, then you're probably not a genius.
I like that. Yeah, that is true.
If you're not
Yeah.
different, you're not different.
Yeah. Just like people call Kanye weird. I think he's a genius at what he does.
Elon Musk, he's a different person. I hate that people give him so much shit about everything, but like, I mean, yeah, he's weird. Like, let him do his thing. He'll do a lot things that'll help us in the future. Just
Yeah.
let him
Dude,
do his thing.
I was obsessed with like his like theories on simulation for a while, and I was just like
Yeah.
watching every YouTube video he had, interview he had on simulation. Heard the same thing like 100 times. But
Do you have like a role model businessman that you look up to, like Elon Musk
Good
or
question.
someone like that?
I think a lot of people are, but I really like listening to Gary Vaynerchuk, his podcast,
good.
and I really like listening to Dame Dash because Dame Dash says some real stuff, man.
Who's this first one?
Gary V.
Gary V.
Vaynerchuk, kind of like a
What
little.
does he own, or what is he?
He started off like owning. His parents owned like a wine store,
Yeah.
and he came on with his parents, and he basically took took over the store and like made it skyrocket. It's called Wine Library.
Oh, really?
And so he owns that, and then he owns like Vayner Media. It's like a media company in New York City.
Okay.
And
Does a podcast.
does a podcast.
I think he's got some books.
Does some YouTubes. He has books. I read his books. Like, yeah, he's like super motivating. Like,
Really?
Yeah. Not that he's cool. I
Yeah.
like his stuff.
I got to read books again.
Just do audiobooks.
Yeah,
bro.
listen to him. You don't
Yeah,
have to read
that's
him.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
I
If you
spent
don't
all my
like,
day.
some people just don't like reading. There's not a knock against them. Just listen to them.
I was driving to Colorado and I put it on an audiobook and I almost fell asleep behind the wheel. I was by myself, so
Oh, man.
it was not good.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I just listened to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that's all.
Dude, I love his show, man.
Yeah,
Joe
right?
Rogan's
It's
dope.
good, yeah.
It's so crazy how big he got, man,
Yeah.
and how much influence he has. Like,
All from Fear Factor. No, I'm just kidding.
That's it. Dude, did you ever like? I guess when starting out, were you like handing out flyers?
Yeah.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Like yourself out there?
Yeah, like I was like going to like high school football games and like handing out flyers to everybody in the parking lot. And
Dude, I
stuff.
think we need to hit the streets.
Yeah, like I like having like a guerrilla team where they just give them like you say, here's 1,000 stickers, I'll pay you this much money, just go hand them out everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've done all that crap.
That's crazy.
You like found those people, or you just like
Yeah, it's usually
found some high school kids? and
No,
like,
it's
"Here, bro."
I've never done like any random people. It's usually like people that I know around me that are willing to do it and that like really like they support me and they see my vision.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll take it serious. It's people that I can trust and know that wouldn't just like I pay them and they just go throw all the flyers in the trash and then just bounce, you know?
Right.
I actually worked like a little bit doing that. Just like
Mhm.
I answered a Craigslist ad and just handed out flyers for a while.
Yeah.
And there's so the way that they like ensure that you don't throw away your shit. There's somebody walking around and like kind of
Checking?
checking on you and like they don't have anything on.
Like a secret shopper type.
Yeah.
They grab one
Exactly.
from you.
Yeah, they're like, thank you.
Right.
Checking out if you're polite or not.
Yeah.
Roman, I also saw that you guys do a lot of events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You guys got anything coming up or anything?
No, we don't have anything planned right now, which
That's-
is a bad thing. But we just had like an art show like a month ago. And we've done like art shows. We've done like album release parties. We've done like just mixers where people just invite like the entrepreneur type community out to come have some wine and just talk. You know what I mean? So
How do we find those events?
I usually post. It's usually posted on my Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Prime Cut and Sew, Facebook.com/Prime Cut and Sew,
How do you spell that?
PRIMECUTANDSEW.
Or they can just click the link.
Yeah,
that
we'll
we're gonna
we'll put it in
Yeah.
our post for the
Cool,
video here.
appreciate
so.
it. Thank you.
The other thing, Joe, I have it written down there where you guys are located.
Yeah, if we want to find you, like if we want to go to your shop.
Yeah, we're located in downtown Mesa, just off of First Ave and McDonald. So like we're 1 block south of Main Street, like right in the little main downtown area.
When are you guys open?
Open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 8, Sunday and Monday, 10 to 4. So open 7 days a week.
Nice.
Sundays and Mondays, barbers are by appointment only. Little asterisk.
Oh, one more question. The sneaker box,
Yeah, sneaker box.
Oh, what is this?
What?
you got to check it out.
You ever heard of the sneaker box?
I don't think so.
So it's like a game where, and depending on what we have in it, will like vary the price of plates. You have like $1 or $5 to play, and you can like win your chance at winning like a pretty high priced pair of shoes. So it's like a key master. So like you have to like fit the key inside the keyhole where that's holding the shoes, and if you fit it in there, get it in there, like unlocks the shoe falls and you get the shoes.
Is it like a random
That's
a
pretty
random
cool.
person wins it, or is it like a skill thing? Or I don't.
It's definitely a skill thing.
You gotta go to the casino.
You gotta be real good
Like,
at it.
Should I go to the casino instead? Or?
Yeah. No, come to Prime Cut, so we got you.
There you go. That's cool.
Roman, thank you so much for doing this. We greatly appreciate it. And like Joey was saying, we would love to have you back again.
For sure, I'd love to come back, man. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. You guys reaching out.
Of course, for everyone that's listening, follow us. Follow him on our links below on our posts. Check out Prime Cut and Sew. Steven?
Oh, wait, hold on. I was just going to add to that. You want to look clean? You want to get a fresh haircut? Go over there, guys.
Thank you.
All right. With that, we're out.
Thanks for tuning in to the Yup Live.
If you enjoyed it, leave us a rating and a review on iTunes, or just follow us at the Up Life Podcast.
We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, iTunes, and Google Play Music.
Stay yuppie.